Have you ever felt like the sky was heavier, as if, even in broad daylight, a shadow hovers over everything, silent, dense, almost as if the universe itself is holding its breath? This is no coincidence. It's coming. Dark Sky Week, a period as old as the cosmic cycles themselves, but one that few understand. Most will just feel the emotional weight, the inner conflicts, the strange dreams, the signals of the body, and will ignore it all. You will continue to live as if nothing is happening, but you who have come this far know that nothing is by chance, because Dark Sky Week is a deep calling, a silent invitation from the universe for you to look within with rare intensity. It is a portal that does not open to the eyes, but to the soul. And when it opens, three things happen at once. The earth enters a deep vibrational low, almost as if the physical plane is retracting. The collective unconscious begins to stir, releasing memories, fears, and patterns that were buried. And sentient beings, like you, begin to hear an inner whisper, something between an alert and a reminder. But what, in fact, is this week? The Dark Sky Week happens twice a year, always between great energetic portals, such as the 4-4 and the 5-5, or between eclipses. It is a vibrational gap, a kind of vacuum between two great flows of energy. It is not a conventional astrological event. It does not appear in the traditional esoteric calendar. She is felt, intuited, gut feeling. The ancients called this time the crossing of the invisible serpent, because this is exactly what happens. During this week, an invisible force snaking through the plains touches everything that is hidden within us, and the most challenging, without warning, the light collects, the sky closes, and what emerges is the crudest mirror of the soul. This week, everything that is vibrating below your essence will scream. Relationships that were out of balance will show their cracks. Your body will tell you where you are abandoning yourself. Your mind will tease you with thoughts that you swore you had already overcome. And all this has a reason. Dark Sky Week is not a punishment. It is a moment of inner revelation. This is when the universe says, before you follow, before you manifest, before you create, you must see. See what is misaligned. See what you have avoided. See where you still sabotage yourself. Because as long as these frequencies remain hidden in your field, they continue to create realities for you, without you noticing. It is as if the sky is darkened so that your inner light can be tested. Are you able to sustain your frequency, even when the world seems to collapse? Can you remember who you are, even when everything around you seems to doubt it? That's exactly the point. Dark Sky Week separates those who live by inertia from those who live by conscience. It is at this crossing that many people give up. They feel the density and think that something is going wrong. But the one who awakens understands that this density is the womb of transformation. It is in the dark that the fetus develops. It is in the dark that the seed breaks through the shell. It is in the dark that the soul reconnects with its deepest layers. But beware. This week requires vibrational courage, because it will bring out all that you have been putting off, all that you have pushed under the energetic carpet. It will put you face to face with versions of yourself that you would rather forget. And yet, it is necessary, because it is only by facing the dark that you become able to sustain the light that is to come. And here's the secret that almost no one talks about. The more intense the Dark Sky Week, the bigger the portal that will come soon after. That is, the density is proportional to the expansion potential, and that changes everything, because now you can stop resisting and start preparing. During this week, the invitation is not to run, but to silence. Slow down, observe the thoughts, feel the body, review intentions, collect yourself without guilt. Look at the feelings without rushing to solve, and if you allow yourself to be pierced by the energy of the dark without fear. Because the dark, when well understood, is not absence of light. It is presence of truth. It is the energetic womb where new versions of you are being gestated. So when this week comes, and it is coming, remember, you are not alone. Many will feel this call, but few will have the courage to cross it with lucidity. You are one of the few, and if you have come this far, it is because your soul is ready to look at you with the depth that this moment requires. Get ready. The sky will darken. But it is precisely in this darkness that the new begins to be born. Is there a silent error, a barely noticeable distraction that stops the energy expansion of thousands of people every day, and this error intensifies during the dark sky week? It's something so ordinary, so disguised as normal, that most don't even realize they're stuck inside it. And so, they keep repeating the same vibrational cycles, creating the same realities, feeling exhausted, stagnant, fragmented. This error has a simple name, but a devastating impact, confusing energetic discomfort with spiritual failure. Yep, that's the blind spot. We live in a time when spiritual discourse has been romanticized. Many people believe that being in alignment is the same as feeling peace all the time. That to be vibrating high means to be light, happy, smiling always. But this idea is a poison disguised as light. Because when there comes a dense period like Dark Sky Week, people feel the inner density, emotional triggers, psychic fatigue, and immediately think, I am in low vibration. There's something wrong with me. I lost my connection. And then the escape begins. The escape of what is asking to be seen. The escape from the energy release process. The escape from the pain that is screaming for welcome. That's the mistake, believing that feeling pain is the same as being disconnected. Believing that discomfort is a sign of failure. But what if I told you that discomfort is precisely the sign that something is breaking inside you to make room for a new version? What if I told you that the days when you feel most lost, most off-axis, are the days when your soul is most active, most committed to showing what still needs to be healed? That's exactly it. The energy of the Dark Sky Week is not enough to punish you. She arrives to break the fake mirrors, to dissolve the masks you have learned to wear, to put light on everything that you tried to hide, even from yourself. But this process is not comfortable, and it shouldn't be. The butterfly is not born without a fight. The uterus of transformation is dark, tight, painful. It is in this space that everything that no longer serves needs to be burned without anesthesia, and that's where the error happens. When faced with this internal burning, you begin to think that you are getting worse. Many souls interrupt their evolution because they confuse healing with chaos. But the truth is simple. Chaos always comes before expansion. It's like an internal earthquake. The old structure needs to collapse before the new one can be built. And this energy collapse is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of movement, sign of cleanliness, sign of growth. That's why, during Dark Sky Week, your biggest emotional challenges will emerge with force, not to paralyze you, but to give you a choice. Will you keep running, or will you finally cross? Look, most of your energy field is formed by patterns that you have not consciously chosen. These are layers inherited from family, culture, childhood. These are emotional memories that have been etched into the energy body, and as long as these patterns remain hidden, they continue to create their reality in the automatic. Dark Sky Week brings a rare chance, the chance to see the invisible, to feel what was repressed, release what was frozen, But only those who understand the value of discomfort can enjoy this moment. And here's a truth that will set you free. Feeling fear, sadness, anger, or confusion does not mean you are vibrating low. What really puts you on a low vibration is resisting those feelings. It's judging them, it's repressing them, it's fighting against what's already there, because whatever you resist persists, but all that you welcome dissolves. So the hidden mistake that prevents energy growth is not feeling pain, it's running away from pain. It is to identify with her. You condemn yourself for feeling it. During the dark sky week, you will notice this clearly. Dense emotions will arise, and the invitation will be, take it or run, host or design, transcend or repeat, and that choice will define everything. If you welcome discomfort with awareness, it turns into wisdom, but if you resist, it crystallizes as blockage. This is how many people get stuck in emotional cycles. They don't stop to feel. They judge, repress, distract themselves, and keep creating the same pain. The soul wants to show you what needs to be released, but for this, you need to be present. Feel without getting lost. Observe without identifying. Breathe, even when everything seems dark. That's the real power. It's not avoiding the dark. It is to cross it with lucidity, because the dark only scares while you are fighting it. But when you face him with love, he reveals that it was never real darkness. It was just the absence of his presence. That's the key. During Dark Sky Week, abandon the idea of failure. Honor discomfort as part of your growth. There is no cure without confrontation. There is no expansion without liberation. Stop running away from pain. She didn't come to punish you. She came to show you where you stopped being you, and by allowing yourself to feel, you reconnect with your essence. You come home. Not everything that looks like light is, and not all spirituality leads to soul expansion. There is a deep, subtle, and extremely common trap on the spiritual path. It masquerades as wisdom, positivity, upliftment, but behind it, what it really generates is vibrational alienation. That's what we're going to talk about now, because during the Dark Sky Week, this trap becomes even more dangerous. It is during this period that many people, in an attempt to escape from density, end up falling exactly into it. And the trap is this: spirituality as emotional escape. Sound familiar? It is the use of spirituality as a protective mechanism against pain. It's when someone meditates, cleanses chakras, lights incense, reads oracles, or repeats affirmations, not out of genuine connection, but as a way to escape what they feel. And here is the paradox. Doing all this is not wrong, but the reason you do it is what defines whether you are expanding or hiding behind a spiritual veil. How many times have you tried to vibrate loudly so as not to feel anger? How many times have you charged yourself for thinking negatively as if it would take you away from your purpose? How many times have you sought techniques, retreats, therapies, just to escape the pain that was going through you? That's the trap. And she is dangerous because she feeds an illusion that the spiritual path has to be light all the time, that feeling negative emotions makes you less evolved. That if you are going through a difficult time, it is because you attracted it or are vibrationally bad. This view creates guilt, shame, self-judgment, and it makes you hide parts of yourself that are asking to be seen. But spirituality is not performance. True spirituality is facing what is within you with courage, with presence, with love. It's having the humility to admit that yes, sometimes you feel angry, that there is still fear, that the pain still appears, and that doesn't make you any less spiritual. It makes you human, and the soul chose this human experience for a reason. It wasn't to float above the problems. It was to cross them with conscience. This too spiritual trap leads you away from your truth. It puts you in a character of light that needs to be always well, always balanced, always healed. But this character, no matter how beautiful it may seem, is not you. It's just another form of emotional protection, another shield against vulnerability. And here is the key that few have the courage to listen to.